Let's be honest for a moment. Just you and me. Are you tired? I don't mean the kind of tired that a good night's sleep can fix. I'm talking about a heaviness in your chest, the exhaustion of performance, the fatigue of wearing a mask that has become so tight, so seamless, that sometimes even you forget who is living underneath it. We live in a world that demands we be fine. We post the highlights. We smile at the neighbors. We say, "I'm okay," as a reflex. But Carl Jung, the great explorer of the human soul, knew better. He knew that the brighter the light we shine for the world to see, the darker and longer the shadow we cast behind us. There are things you don't tell your partner. There are fears you don't confess to your parents. There are secrets you hide even from yourself, buried deep in the basement of your subconscious. But the body knows, and your instinct never lies. Today we are going to bypass the lying mind. We are going to bypass the logic that tells you should be happy. We are going to speak directly to your anima, the soul, the breath, the rawest part of your being. Cast your eyes upon the screen to witness 4 distinct expressions of existence. First, the black swan, floating in solitary mystery. Next, the wings spread, powerful and dominating the space. Then, the reflection, quiet and still as it looks inward. And lastly, the elegant curve, romantic, soft and flowing. Don't analyze the composition. Don't think about which one looks best on a postcard. I want you to scan them with your heart. Which one makes your chest tighten? Which one feels like a memory you can't quite place? Which one embodies the specific frequency of loneliness or longing that you carry with you today? Find it. Lock your eyes on it. This is not a random choice. This is a mirror. This is your unconscious mind waving a flag, asking to be seen. Take a deep breath in. Hold the image in your mind and breathe out the noise of the world. Before we unlock the meaning behind your choice, take a brief moment to like this video and subscribe. Consider it a small commitment to your own journey of self-discovery, a signal to the universe that you are ready to listen to your inner voice. Are you ready to hear the truth? If you chose the black swan, the anomaly amidst the white, let's speak the truth that you rarely say out loud. You have always felt like an alien in your own life. You are the old soul. Even when you are surrounded by family, even when you are sitting in a room full of friends laughing at a joke, there's a pane of glass between you and them. You see them, you hear them, but you don't feel of them. You didn't choose the black swan because you are dark or evil. You chose it because you possess a terrifying level of depth. Your shadow is not hidden. It is worn on your sleeve. You see things others miss. You notice the fleeting micro-expression of sadness on a stranger's face. You sense the lie in a compliment. You feel the energy of a room shift before a word is spoken. This hyper-perception is a gift, yes, but it is also a heavy burden. It makes the mundane conversations of daily life feel excruciatingly boring to you. You crave the deep end, but everyone else seems content paddling in the shallow water. Your pain comes from a paradox. You desperately crave intimacy. You want to be known fully, completely, nakedly. But you are simultaneously terrified of it. You have built a fortress around your heart, a magnificent, dark, iron-gated fortress. You tell yourself you do this because people are disappointing, because they are shallow. But the raw truth, you do it because you feel too much. You are not cold. You are a volcano capped with ice. You are terrified that if you truly open the gates, if you truly let someone see the intensity of your love, your rage, and your need, it would overwhelm them. You are afraid you are too much for this world. So, you reject them before they can reject you. You orchestrate your own isolation to maintain control. In love, you are prone to self-sabotage. When things get too calm, you get suspicious. You are used to the dark, so the light hurts your eyes. You might find yourself pushing a good partner away, picking fights, or withdrawing into silence just to see if they will fight to come back to you. You test people. You make them cross a moat of fire to prove they are worthy of you. My dear, being different is not a diagnosis. It is a destiny. The world does not need you to blend in. The world has enough white swans. Your healing lies in dropping the judgment of your own intensity. You are not too much. You are a vast ocean in a world of cups. Of course you overflow. Stop waiting for someone to break down your walls. The right person, your true equal, will not bring a battering ram. They will simply sit outside the gate and wait for you to realize that you hold the key. Open the door. It is safe to be seen. If you chose the swan with its wings spread wide, occupying the space, taking up the burden, you are the protector. You are the giver. You are the strong one. And God, you are so tired. You chose this image because your persona, the mask you wear for society, is one of competence. You are the fixer. You are the therapist to your friends, the mediator in your family, the reliable employee who picks up the slack. When a crisis hits, you don't panic. You go into management mode. People admire you. They say, I don't know how you do it. They lean on you. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth. You have confused being needed with being loved. Your pain is the pain of Atlas. Holding up the sky. You have a subconscious belief that you must earn your place in this world through service and sacrifice. You're terrified of being useless. You resent the people you help. Just a little bit. Deep down, there is a voice screaming, who takes care of me? When is it my turn? But be honest with yourself. You don't let them take care of you. When someone asks, are you okay? Your automatic reflex is, I'm fine. I've got it. You rob them of the chance to love you, and then you cry in the shower because you feel unsupported. You use your strength as a shield. If you are the one saving everyone else, you never have to be the vulnerable one who needs saving. It is a control mechanism. It is safer to be the hero than the victim. In love, you attract projects. You attract wounded birds, people with potential, people who need fixing. You think you are falling in love with them, but often you are falling in love with the fantasy of who they could be if you just loved them enough. This leaves you drained, resentful, and mothering your partners instead of being their lover. You give until you are hollow, and then wonder why you feel empty. Lay down the sky, my friend. It was never yours to carry. Your value does not exist in what you provide. Your value exists in who you are. The most courageous thing you can do right now is to stop fixing, stop doing. Just be. Collapse. Let yourself fall apart. Let the dishes pile up. Let the text go unanswered. You will be terrified that if you stop giving, everyone will leave. But I promise you, those who only love you for what you do will leave, and that is a blessing. Those who love you for you will step closer and say, let me hold you for a change. If you chose the swan gazing into its own reflection, you are drawn to the stillness. But we both know that your mind is anything but still. You are the introverted sage. You are the analyst. You live in your head more than you live in the world. You chose this image because you are constantly engaged in a process of introspection. You are hypersensitive to the environment. A slight change in tone, a text message without an emoji, a weird look from a coworker. You take these tiny data points and you spin them into a tornado of analysis. Your pain is dissociation. You often feel like you are watching your life from behind a glass wall rather than actually participating in it. You are a perfectionist of the soul. You curate your life, your words, and your appearance carefully because you are terrified of making a mistake. You are terrified of being cringe, of being misunderstood, of looking foolish. You hold yourself to an impossible standard. You look into the water and you criticize every ripple. You replay conversations from 5 years ago and wince. You script future conversations in the shower. You are so busy analyzing the past and predicting the future that the present moment slips through your fingers like sand. You are not cold. You are just frozen in thought. You are protecting a nervous system that feels like it has no skin. In love, you are the slow burn. You don't jump in. You dip a toe. You analyze your partner to death. Is this a red flag? Do we have long-term compatibility? What did they mean by that? You crave deep connection, a soulmate connection, but your anxiety acts as a barrier. You might find yourself emotionally unavailable, not because you don't care, but because you are paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. You want the perfect love story, so you often reject the messy, real, imperfect love standing right in front of you. The water does not need to be perfectly still to be beautiful. Life is messy. Love is messy. You are allowed to be messy. Your intellect is a sword, but you have been using it to cut yourself. Put the sword down. Get out of your head and come down into your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Taste your coffee. Touch the skin of the person you love. Stop watching the reflection. Jump into the lake. The water is cold. It is chaotic and it is alive, just like you. If you chose the classic elegant swan with the S-shaped neck, you are the lover. You are the embodiment of pure emotion. You didn't choose this for the bird. You chose it for the shape. That curve is half a heart. It is a question mark waiting for an answer. You are a hopeless romantic in a cynical world. But let's go deeper. You are not just romantic. You are addicted to the potential of things. You feel a chronic aching void in your chest, a divine dissatisfaction. No matter how good your life looks on paper, you feel like something, or someone, is missing. Your pain is the pain of projection. You have a beautiful, glittering fantasy of how love should be, how life should feel. You want the movie. You want the magic. You want the high. Because of this, you struggle with the mundane. A regular Tuesday night watching TV can feel like a death sentence to your soul. You crave intensity. You crave fusion. You are brave, reckless even. You hand your heart over to people who haven't earned it because you fall in love with who they could be, not who they are. You project your own golden light onto them, and when the light fades and you see their flaws, you feel betrayed. You feel abandoned. You are terrified of being alone, because when you are alone, the silence screams at you. You are the one who stays too long. You are the one who excuses bad behavior because we have a connection. You mistake anxiety for chemistry. You cycle between high highs and low lows. You want to merge with another person because you haven't quite figured out how to be whole on your own. You are looking for a savior to complete your puzzle. You are the magic you are looking for. I know it sounds like a cliche, but for you, it is a lifeline. Stop trying to find a home in other people. People are rivers. They change, they flow, they dry up. You must build a house in your own ribcage. The boredom you fear? That is where peace lives. The mundane Tuesday night? That is where real love lives. Not in the fireworks, but in the fireplace. Romance yourself. Buy yourself the flowers. Take yourself on the date. When you stop begging the world for love, you will realize you are the source of it. Before we close, we need to talk about the most vital part of shadow work. You might feel heavy right now. You might feel exposed. But Carl Jung taught us something profound. The shadow is not just a basement where we keep our monsters. It is also the vault where we keep our gold. He called this the golden shadow. These are the powerful traits you repressed because they once threatened your safety. The swan you chose today reveals exactly what superpower you are terrified to use. If you chose the black swan, your golden shadow is radical authenticity. You hide your intensity because you were told it was too much. But that intensity is exactly what makes you a visionary. You have the power to see truth where others only see polite lies. Your darkness is not a void. It is a womb where new ideas are born. If you chose the wings spread, your golden shadow is receptivity. You think your power lies in doing, but your true power lies in receiving. The moment you put down the weight of the world, you become a magnet. You are hiding a softness that is actually stronger than your armor. True strength is not just holding the fort. It is knowing when to open the gates. If you chose the reflection, your golden shadow is chaos and creation. You keep everything still because you are afraid of making a mess. But your unlived potential is artistic, wild, and unpredictable. You are hiding a creator inside that analyst. Smash the glass, and you will find that your intuition doesn't just observe life. It can paint it, reshape it, and dance with it. If you chose the elegant curve, your golden shadow is self-sufficiency. You search for union because you don't believe you are enough. But the truth? You are a universe. The moment you stay in the room with yourself and realize you are not lonely, but solitary, you become unstoppable. You become a lover who loves from a place of overflow, not hunger. So do not just look at your pain today. Look at the gold hidden underneath it. Take a deep breath. Let that settle. Did you feel that? That little sting of recognition? That is your shadow stepping into the light. It is uncomfortable, I know. It is hard to admit that we are lonely or exhausted or terrified of the things we say we want. But Carl Jung had a promise for us. I'd rather be whole than good. The swan you chose today is not a life sentence. It is a map. And as the poet Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. To my black swans, your walls are not protecting you. They are imprisoning you. Open the gate. To my spread wings, you are allowed to rest. The sky will not fall if you sit down. To my reflections, the mistake is not fatal. Break the glass and live. To my elegant curves, you are already whole. You are not a half waiting to be filled. This week, I want you to do one thing. Just one. Drop the mask for 5 minutes. Tell someone you are tired. Tell someone you are scared. Or simply sit alone and admit what you truly need. I read every single comment. Don't just tell me which number you picked. Tell me why. Tell me the story of your shadow. Let the comment section below be a confessional, a safe harbor. Thank you for being brave enough to look in the mirror. Thank you for trusting your instinct. I'll see you in the deep end.